Hello, everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight we got a quick little video here from World of Warships Legends developers about some upcoming ships, so I thought we would take a look at it. Now, let's just start out by restarting the video, and let's watch it in its entirety, and then maybe we'll go back through and break it down. So let's just watch the whole video, and then we'll go through and comb it. The Friesland. Lo Yang. Friesland has high rate of fire. Nice. 360-degree turrets. Even better. Okay. New Russian cruisers. So we got a new line coming. Early access initially. Alright, that's pretty interesting. Alright, so let's break it down. Let's get to the part where it actually starts giving us some information. Did we miss it? Okay, so first of all, Friesland gets no torpedoes. It's all guns. Lo Yang gets torpedoes. So pretty standard there. Both of these in the consumables, obviously Friesland gets high rate of fire to make up for the fact that it only has guns. The 360-degree turrets is always a good thing because it means that it can always go to the closest position that you're actually needing it rather than having to go all the way back around to get there. So 360-degree turrets, fantastic. Now, this is an interesting symbolic part. So what does this mean? 2 new campaign ships. Which will you choose? Right? So does this mean for the first time we are getting 2 campaign ships for the same campaign, and at the end you have to decide which one you want, and that makes the other one not available to you? Because that's an interesting way to do it. Choice is always a good thing, right? But I mean that's kind of a rough way. Does that mean that they would offer the campaign ship sooner? That way people could buy that as well? Only time will tell. But yeah, definitely an interesting thing. If this is the truth, like 2 new campaign ships are coming into the same campaign, and you are forced to choose one or the other, I think majority of people will probably go for the torpedo boat. But I'm telling you that Friesland sounds like a pretty good ship. I'm looking forward to that. And right off the bat, I'm probably going to go with Friesland because it's unique. So it doesn't get any torpedoes. It gets 360-degree dual turrets, as we can see. Let's see. So I'm trying to see. I only see 2 turrets, though. Am I wrong? Like, I only see 2 dual... That's 4 guns on something that is supposedly a gunboat with higher fire rate and 360-degree turrets. If you're only getting 4 guns, that's still not that great. And then Of course, this is interesting, of course. You've got your engine boost. You've got long-range sonar. Now, I wonder what they consider long-range. Given that it sounds German with the name Friesland, I would say that it's probably the 5 kilometer. And then, of course, you got smoke. And then, of course, Loyang here gets adaptable torpedoes. You get fast and short range, or slow and long range. So it depends on what the difference between fast and slow is what they're considering. But this at least makes sense. Fast and short range, slow and long range makes sense from a torpedo standpoint. If you want speed out of your torpedoes, you have to release the gas quicker, which means it doesn't last as long, right? And then if you release the gas slower, it lasts longer, so it can drive the torpedo further. So it makes sense. So we'll see. This one we can again see four guns, single turrets. Looks pretty standard from a like a U.S. or a U.S. destroyer. To be honest, you've got 2 single turrets here, 2 single turrets here, and 2 torpedo mounts. But let's keep going. Modular consumables. So you've got smoke and you've got engine propulsion mod, or whatever you want to call it, engine boost. Or you have to swap engine boost for sonar. Interesting. So this might be one of those things where pretty much everybody's going to run smoke and then the sonar because it just makes sense. Engine boost is nice, but it's not necessary. This comes in big handy. Now for the Russian early access cruisers, I know nothing about these. The Kataski, somebody's going to have to, I might have to look these up. I know nothing about the Russian cruisers. So I wonder what's going to set them apart. Obviously, we already had the light cruisers, so maybe these are heavy cruisers. The Gorky definitely looks like something that would be called Gorky. Look at the amount of ships sitting out of the water here. There's a lot of surface area to smash. Not going to lie. This one doesn't look too bad. I actually kind of like the look of the tail end. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, tail end. But yeah, it's not a bad looking ship, and definitely sits a little lower in the water. So there's that. Keep as much of the ship out of the way as possible. And you know the Russian cruisers are going to have raised citadels, or at least the light cruisers all do. So we will find out. I'm assuming that these are heavy cruisers. But again, it tells you to make your choice on the campaign ships. And those Russian cruisers, those will be in early access. So you get them out of crates, and then after the update cycle's over, which is usually 5 weeks, they will be released into the tech tree to grind through normally. Alright, so yeah, that's where we are for that. Let's go to the wiki page, shall we? Let's go... Let's go here and see what we can do. All right. So what we need to look for is the Pan-Euro, right? Or is it just called Europe? Let's see. Here's the Friesland. And then we need to look for crap. I guess we go destroyers, right? We know it's not Japanese. Trying to think. We had the Friesland. But I'm also trying to think, what was the other one? The, crap. I completely forgot what the other one was. Loyang, that's the one. All right. I knew it was something like that. I just couldn't remember. Loyang. So, Pan Asia. Here we go. Should be Loyang. There it is. All right. So, we can get a base. Now, obviously, the stats are going to change. Every ship that, well, mostly every ship that comes to Legend, the stats change. So, keep that in mind. All right? Things will not be exactly like this, but this will give us a little bit of a heads up on what we can expect. So we've got two different torpedoes that, let's see, the speed of their slow torpedoes are really slow, 55 knots, but they have 9.2 kilometer range. Then you have the Mark 31 torpedoes that do 68 knots, but only have 6.7 range. Okay? So that's the Loyang's big thing right there, right? Other than that, it has 127 millimeter 38 caliber guns. Let's see. Reload time. I don't see it. Right here. 3.34 seconds. So pretty much right in the wheelhouse of where the American DDs are. So this one's going to be feeling pretty standard for like anybody who plays American destroyers. Except it only has 4 guns rather than 5 that you get at the high tier American destroyers. Okay? So keep that in mind. What is the maximum speed, though, of the ship? So that's the main battery. Maneuverability, here we go. Maximum speed, 38 knots. So it's not slow, so the engine boost probably isn't going to be too bad to get rid of. Remember, you have to trade the engine boost for the sonar, which I think would be much more handy. It's got a good turning circle. It's got a great rudder shift. Pretty standard there. Concealment, we don't even look at this because honestly, I don't know what it'll be. I know the destroyers in World of Warships Legends always more better concealment than on PC. AA defense, 32 damage per second, 10 damage per second, 22 damage per second, 14 damage per second. Yeah, looks okay. You got 40 millimeter Bofors and the Ehrlichens that we all know and love. So, I mean, it should be decent for a destroyer. Again, this is essentially an American. It's a Benson class destroyer. So there you go. It's a premium Benson that is Pan-Asian. All right, so with that, what is the hit points? 14,600. So right there in the same wheelhouse. Okay, so get rid of that. Let's look at the Friesland. Friesland. Let's see. We've got 120 millimeter 50 caliber Bofors. Okay, interesting. 17,600 hit points, so a little more on the hit points side of things, which is to be expected, I suppose. So this is essentially a Dutch ship, apparently. Let's see. 17,600 hit points. Reload time 1.8 seconds. Oh my god. All right, so currently the fastest firing guns in the game are with the American destroyers being able to shoot into the 2.7 range. I'm fairly confident. If you've got everything maxed out, you can get the American DDs to shoot at like 2.7, 2.8 second reloads. This is going to be like starting somewhere in the 1.8 second range? Holy mother of God. Okay. 7.2 second 180 degree turn time. Again, it's 360 degree turrets, so you've got that going for you. Firing ranges and stuff we're not going to worry about because it never stays the same. Again, they reduced that for Legends because we start at closer range. I imagine it'll have like 10.1 kilometer stock firing range, somewhere in there, 10.1, 10.2. Let's see. 8% chance of setting fires, pretty standard. Nothing crazy there. 2100 maximum AP shell damage. AA defense right off the bat looks pretty good. 122 damage per second for the 120 Bofors. I mean, that's your standard, or that's your dual-purpose main guns. So that's pretty solid. And then the 40mm 70 caliber Bofors give you 163 damage per second. So it's got solid AA for a destroyer. Like, really good AA, actually. Even if, let's see, the firing range 3.5, 5.9. Okay, so it's got some long-range standoff AA as well with the main guns. Maximum speed, just 36 knots, so a little slower. Rudder shift starts at 4 seconds. So that's a little bit slower as well. Concealment is worse than the other one, which makes sense. But let's be real, you're going to be firing your guns constantly anyway, so you're probably not going to be concealed for too long. Again, these numbers, the concealment will change with coming to Legends. It's pretty standard. But yeah, the fact that it's going to reload in 1.8 seconds may offset the fact you only have 4 guns. Like, that's a ridiculous fire time. Like, that's ridiculous. This thing is going to be absolutely nasty. Where's the smoke? I want to see what the duration of the smoke is for this thing. Is it going to tell us? No, it's not. Different nations have different smoke durations. I want to know. I mean, I would expect this to have maybe not the American smoke, but a decent smoke anyway, because it is a gunboat. So it's probably going to have a decent smoke. And other than that, I mean, honestly, I'm still leaning towards the Friesland. We have all the torp boats in the game, and we already have Bensons and stuff. This Friesland is a unique ship, so I'm probably going to go for this personally, rather than the Benson that's been reskinned. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know it wasn't a lot. It was just one of those things where we kind of wanted to get in and showcase, you know, the new update that's coming, what we can expect from these. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you excited? Are you not happy? And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.